My name is Kristen Huntington. I am a SERPA intern here, peer specialist, to help peers like myself, to help them in their recovery. Every time I've gotten clean, like my biggest thing was, what's my purpose? I guess I never knew what my purpose was, and I kept struggling and struggling. And this last time, I decided that to help people. When people come here and they're, just got out of prison and they don't have anything, they don't have housing and they can't find housing and they don't have clothing. I've been there, I got out of prison, I couldn't find a house, I couldn't find clothes, I couldn't find anything. And I love that I've been where they've been and that I can understand them and they can understand me. And it's a lot easier than when I've been going places and trying to explain to counselors and how I feel, and they have no idea. So when they get out, I can say, hey, I know exactly, how you feel, but this is what I was able to do. And I'm able just to walk them through it, and having them like, oh, wow, you really know what you're doing and what works and what doesn't work, and being able to tell them, yeah, I know how it feels to get out of prison and go right back to using, even though you think, oh, I'm never going to use again, I don't want to go back to prison, being on parole. But it doesn't stop you because you don't know what else to do with your life. We don't choose this. It's hard. It's really hard. But my whole time in prison, they put me in a program for addiction and recovery, but they really don't prepare you what it's going to be like when you get out. They don't set you up, with housing. They don't set you up with supports. They don't do any of that. And it's hard when you get out and you have nothing. And when you get out and you have to go through all that recovery, it's just like you're starting over from before you went in prison. When I got out of prison, I went to a halfway house, and I had to do volunteer hours. That was mandated. So I found this place, and that's how I started coming here. And it was just something about the connection and having the family feel and being able to come here and not talk about using drugs. That was what I liked here. You come here, you mention your drug of choice one time in the intake, and that was it. You didn't have to talk about using, you didn't have to talk about drugs, war stories, none of that ever happened. And that's what I liked the most about coming here. And then the rest of the time it was about resources, and we took, classes, and I'm good with computers, so I was able to help people come in with computers. So just feeling wanted and feeling not judged at all, I think was my biggest part of, why I liked the course so much, because it wasn't focused on substance abuse. It wasn't focused on me going to prison. It wasn't focused on my past. It was more focused on my future and getting better. In a lot of places, it's not that way. It's focused on, oh, this is what happened, and you're judged for that. And it wasn't that way when I came to the Corps. That's what I liked the best about it. And it just feels like a family here. That's what I liked. And still, to that day, I keep coming back. Even after my hours were done, I still, kept coming back, and I didn't have to. And I just did. It was my safe spot.